How's it going, everyone? It is the investing guy here, and today I have a huge video for you guys. If you guys have followed me for quite a while, you know that one of those big marks for me is to make $500 in passive income from my portfolio, and this month we almost reached it. So I'm pretty excited, really motivated to keep this portfolio growing because, well, we're gonna reach that 500 mark that I really thought that $500 mark was going to take me, you know, a few years to reach. But here we are, about a year and a half into my investing journey, and we're about to reach that $500 mark. So I definitely want to show you guys how I'm reaching that, because it's not only through dividends, though this is mainly a dividend portfolio. I do also do options, so keep that in mind. I will go over my options premium and how that's helping on my portfolio. Let's get right into it. Okay, so here we have my portfolio. My portfolio is now worth $33,000, $559. This is actually down from our last month. Our last month, my portfolio was already at about $34,200. We had already reached that $35,000 mark. But, you know, I'm still adding to my portfolio. I've been averaging down, you know, as much as I can here and there. I think this month I must have added about $800 into my portfolio, yet we're still down. Though today we are up $800. This past month was brutal. So there we are, down about $1,800. As a dividend investor, when your portfolio is down, that's actually good because you get a higher dividend per dollar. So that's actually really good. And I was pretty excited to see my portfolio go down, and I was able to average down on some of my dividends. I averaged down on some of my positions and, you know, build up that dividend income that my portfolio does receive. By the way, not only do I hold dividends, I also have some options here. So I do like selling options. I don't like buying options. That's where it gets really risky. You hear people saying, you know, that options are risky. Buying options is where there's a lot of risk, but there's also a lot of upside. I don't do any of that. I just sell options. As you can see here, I am the seller. So here are some of the positions that I have, and I'll go over how much money I made this month because, well, this month we made a tremendous amount of money from options. All right, so our first dividend paid was from Pennant Park floating rate for the month of September, though we also got UPS this same day on September 1st. UPS was actually one that I had just added when everything went down with FedEx and all that. You know, I think it was an overreaction, especially on UPS, because FedEx went down, UPS went down quite a bit. So I said, you know what? I like UPS. I'm going to go in there and buy it. I think that they're going to be a business that's here for a really long time, and I don't see them cutting their dividend anytime soon. So I was able to purchase some UPS quite cheap, and there we go. We're already benefiting. We're already getting some of that dividend. All right, so we're going to go ahead and skip some of these smaller ones, but we did get $6.85 from our JEPI, $3.40 from Target, $13.70 from our RYLD, $12.69 from our QYLD, and then we also got a new one here from DGRO for $5.07. DGRO is one that I'm adding quite a bit. They do pay quarterly. They don't pay every single month, so that's another thing to think about. But I do like DGRO. I like what they hold, and I also like the options that I'm going to be getting from DGRO. So in total, adding all our dividends, we did make $56.66. So adding up all our dividends, we made $56.66, which was actually down from the previous month. The previous month we made, I believe, about $96. But that was because Starbucks paid us a dividend, and we do hold 100 shares of Starbucks. So that's one of the reasons why we made so much last month, right? But usually a normal month is about 50 bucks. I do see that growing slowly, though, as we do keep on averaging into our positions and we keep on getting more and more dividends gradually. So one thing that's a bummer here is that we do keep on adding QYLD and RYLD, but they keep on paying us less and less per dividend. If we see here, they paid us 16 cents per share, which is just about 1% per month. That's usually what QYLD will pay you, about 1% per month of their price, though. So of their actual price. So if QYLD goes down to $16, they'll pay you about 16 cents. If QYLD goes up to $20, they'll pay you about 20 cents per month, right? Per share that you hold. So even though I have been adding more QYLD, well, we end up getting paid less and less every single month because the price of QYLD has been gradually going down. Though I do want to purchase here and bring my average price down to $20. Right now it's at about $20.50, because if QYLD does go up and touch $20, that's where I will sell my QYLD and then move it on over to something else. So with options, we do have quite a few different options positions going on right now. We did do some AMC. I went ahead and I rolled it down. So they paid us 20 bucks for rolling it down, which was pretty cool. Let's go on down a little bit here because we did get a massive one from Google, short call roll. Again, we rolled this out. I believe it was going to expire worthless, so I just rolled it out that Friday, and we got $116 from that single, just rolling it out. So in terms of options premium, I went ahead and I added up for you guys, and we made $382, adding up all our options premiums. So we got a few from Google, a few from AMC. I think we got some Polestar in there. We got our few last calls with Polestar. We made a good amount in terms of options this month, so I'm not going to complain. Let's go ahead and check out the spreadsheet of September, and you can see that we made a total of $438 with 66 cents. So that's getting very close to that $500 mark that I was talking about. We made a huge jump these few months here. We acquired a pretty big position here in our portfolio, which was Google, which is just completely, even though we are down on Google, I'm going to show you guys right now how much we're down, but our cash flow is there. Our cash flow is there, and I want to hold Google for a really long time, and I think it's going to prove to be something that's going to be successful in this portfolio. Holding Google, holding those companies that I really want for a really long time. I have this dream of every single position that I have in my portfolio has a minimum of 100 shares, and I have a ton of these covered calls just going on in my portfolio. And I'm playing it safe with all of them, and I'm making money. That's the end goal for this portfolio, right? So hopefully we can reach that, and slowly we're getting there. Right now we're adding a lot of degrow, and I believe we're about 20 shares into degrow, so we need about 80 more, but slowly we'll get there. Slowly and surely we'll get there. If we look over here, this is how I keep track of my positions. We can see that pretty much my worst one right now is Lucid. I did FOMO into Lucid. Lucid right now, our cost for those 100 shares is about $27, and it's down to, I believe, $14, $15 per share. So we're down more than $1,000 on Lucid, right? Be careful, because you can be down quite a bit, but I think if you just remain patient and remain cool-headed and all that, and look at the premium you're getting, you'll end up being successful. But with Lucid, I do think it was a big mistake, because I look at their shares outstanding, and they just keep diluting the shareholders by a ton, right? So that was a big mistake that I made with Lucid. Was I looked at the options premium and I said, wow, this is nice, but then I didn't do my extra research and go and see, what are the shares outstanding? Are they, diluting the shareholders, which they are. I think this year alone, it was like some outlandish number, like in the thousands. So that's really, really bad, because of that, it's going to be really hard for Lucid to go back up to the $20 range, just because they're diluting the shareholders so much, just so that they have more money. All the other ones are doing quite well, I'd say. Google here, we are down quite a bit, about 1,500, but again, it's paying us a lot of cash flow, so I'm okay with that. In the long term, I think we'll be fine with Google. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the honesty in this video. I am getting a lot of cash flow from the options, but you can see that I am down on a lot of my positions. But I do think that in a year or 2 years from now, when we look back at this, I think I'll be positive on most of them, or that's going to be at least the goal, right? Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys doing any options? Are you guys mainly focusing on dividends? What do you guys like from my portfolio? What don't you like from my portfolio? I like to learn from you guys. So let me know down below what you guys are thinking. All right, guys, like I like to say, let's go to the moon together, and I'll catch you guys on the next time. Shoo!